Here we are, I believe day 10 or 11, I've lost count, at Pu'uhonua, Pu'uhuluhulu, or across the street from there at the bottom of Maunakea Access Road. We've just been made aware of a statement by the governor, by David Ige, and we want to acknowledge that statement because for the first time ever, he has acknowledged us as protectors of Mauna Kea. In his statement, he did not once acknowledge us or refer to us as protesters. He referred to us only as protectors of Mauna Kea. He also stated that he now realizes that the issue that we are facing here is simply not just about the 30-meter telescope and the desecration of Mauna Kea. That is at the forefront of the issue, but deep within this issue is the historical marginalization and disenfranchisement of Hawaiians and our culture and our rights as a people. And he has stated in that statement that he is hopeful that we can work together to find a peaceful resolution. And so we're encouraged and we're filled with hope by the governor's new language and his ability to finally recognize us not as protesters, but as protectors of Mauna Kea, a sacred mountain, a sacred place to Kanaka, to Hawaiians. And we are again hopeful and encouraged that together we can work together and we can move forward in a way that is better and is to the benefit of all people of Hawaii. Secondly, we want to address an issue of access up the mountain. A week ago to this day, last week Tuesday, the Mauna Kea observatories preemptively and voluntarily decided to move their operations off the Mauna. We were working with the state as best as we could to allow their access to Mauna Kea. And I want to be very clear, up until this point, we have made concession after concession after concession in allowing different vehicles up the Mauna. Water trucks have gone up. Park rangers have gone up. Law enforcement has gone up. Food trucks for Halepohaku has gone up. Other employees for Halepohaku have gone up. The National Guard has gone up. Law enforcement is coming in and going out as they wish. And we were willing, more than willing, to allow those who work in the observatories, specifically the observatory technicians, those who go up the Mauna to maintain, I guess, the operations of the telescope. We have been more than willing to allow them access up the Mauna. What we have expressed to the state, and we made it very, very clear that we had just a simple request in return, that through allowing them access, unimpeded access, unobstructed access to the Mauna anytime, we simply asked for access of one vehicle up the Mauna for religious and cultural practices that are constitutionally protected. That request was denied, and it was expressed to us that was absolutely non-negotiable. And so we are calling on the governor to make that concession. We have compromised over and over and over and over again. Again, although we have a roadblock, we have opened it up to multiple vehicles multiple times a day. And to this point, we have still not been allowed access. Again, access that is constitutionally protected to the Mauna for cultural and religious practices. And so, we call upon the Mauna Kea observatories as well to work with us, because we do not wish to obstruct your access. But the narrative that has been pushed by the observatories and by those on Mauna Kea is that Hawaiians have to share the Mauna, right? And we've done that since 1968. But it becomes very, very difficult to share the Mauna when one side is locked out. And so again, we call upon the governor to accept our request, to allow us access, again, of just one simple vehicle up the Mauna each and every day. And we call upon the observatories to support that, so that the observatories and Kanaka can have unobstructed access up the Mauna to do the things that we need to do. And I'll open up for questions if you have any.
Kaho'okahi, what does it mean to you that Big Island Mayor Harry Kim has now been put in charge of the state and county operations?
We'll see what that means. I'm hopeful that it's a positive step in the right direction, because Mayor Harry Kim, unlike the governor, has come to the Pu'uhonua o Pu'uhuluhulu himself. He's been here 3 times. He has addressed the people. He lives in this community. He knows this community. And so I'm hopeful that his leadership would be much more understanding, and I guess that we have a better path and a better chance of moving forward in a way that's beneficial to all through his leadership. That's yet to be determined. We'll see how this goes, but at this point, I'm hopeful that is a step in the right direction.
When you say beneficial to all, do you mean the TMT as well?
Yeah, because I think it would benefit the TMT to go to the Canary Islands and leave Mauna Kea. Because in order for them to get up this mountain, as we've said over and over and over again, it's tearing apart, and even the Lieutenant Josh Green has said it, it's tearing apart the fabric of our community. We're putting our own community members and our own family members on both sides of this issue. And we know, whether they'll say it or not, we know that many officers are not, they're not here because they want to be here. They are here because they're ordered to be here, because they have a job to do. But again, as we've said before, we see it on the tears that roll down their face. We can feel the eha that's in their na'au. You can see it in the images and how they treat us, and how, even when they arrested the kupuna, you can see that there's a real sign of mutual respect. And so, when I say beneficial to all, I do mean everybody. I think it's in the TMT's best interest to go to their plan B, go to the Canary Islands, get your project done without any obstruction, and it'd be beneficial to us so that we don't have to tear apart our communities and have our own community members and our own family members standing on opposite sides of an issue, when in fact, we may not want to stand on opposite sides of that issue.